If your business is doing $1 million or more and cash still feels tight, I need you to hear me clearly. Revenue is not your safety net anymore, and earning more revenue will not, hear me clearly, solve your cash flow problems. You see, in many cases, it is the exact reason pressure is increasing. What tends to happen is that most founders are taught to chase growth, and that can actually hurt you. Very few are taught to operate a business at scale and properly manage their cash flow once money increases. And that exact misunderstanding is why profitable looking businesses are quietly struggling with cash flow behind the scenes. Is that you? Well, let's talk about it. Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Octavia Connor, Dr. O for short. I am the CEO of Say Yes to Profits. Say Yes to Profits is a virtual CFO firm that helps founders of marketing agencies and CEOs of service based businesses turn growth into predictable cash flow and profits they can actually see, retain, and scale. Let's start by discussing the real reason founders of marketing agencies earning anywhere between 1 million and $10 million plus face. So here's the thing. When you start your business, the risk is no longer whether revenue will come in. When you're a multi-million dollar business, you know, okay, how to bring in the revenue. Would you agree? Yes, yes. The real risk is the impact your decisions have on your cash flow and your profitability. And for many multi-million dollar founders, revenue can be substantial, but still create mountains and mountains of pressure. You see, at this multi-million dollar level, cash moves differently. Hear me clearly. And the timing of decisions and actions matter more than ever before. And so here's the thing, a CFO at that level will help you see those financial consequences long before they can have an impact on your business. Does that make sense? Okay. Next thing, a CFO will give you control, right? And they will replace guesswork. And so you will begin to have foresight, clarity, and you will begin to lead your business intentionally. And that is when you begin to scale, but you're always in the ultimate control over everything. And you don't feel like you're bringing in more money, but yet it's leaving out faster than it can ever come in. Okay. And here's the thing about that, starting to scale and have control. This is visibility. All right. And this visibility is not about more reports and more meetings and things like that. Absolutely not. It is about understanding how today's decisions affect tomorrow's stability, cash flow, profitability, and the wealth that you're trying to build because of your business. Make sense? Yes, yes. Here's the thing, a CFO is going to give you a couple of strategies, right? They're going to, number one, model cash flow so you understand what expenses, what hiring plans, what pricing changes, what client terms and long-term commitments and short-term commitments and all of everything in between that will do to your cash months in advance. So you'll make those decisions today and right now, and you may not have the impact today and right now, or maybe a small impact that looks good, but what will it be in the future? A CFO is going to help you see that in advance so that you make decisions today that again ensures that you're stable, cash flow positive, and profitable in the future. Now, what will this do? You may be wondering. Well, let me tell you. This will allow you to plan growth intentionally. There's that word again. So you'll plan your growth intentionally rather than react to pressure as it arises, right? So you begin to operate with the ultimate financial peace of mind and financial breathing room that often founders of multi-million dollar businesses do not have. Make sense? Yes, yes? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's continue. So the next thing a CFO is going to do, they're going to protect margins by identifying where growth is consuming cash faster than it produces it, even when revenue looks strong, when revenue looks substantial, excuse me, because you can think you're doing well because this particular week, month, and day, there's a lot of revenue. But if your margins are low, you may actually not be doing as good as you think. Well, a CFO is going to help you turn that confusion into understanding and profitability. Okay. Here's the thing, often founders find themselves in this exact position. They're looking at revenue and they're thinking everything is okay because the business appears successful, but then they're unable to make payroll. They're unable to receive a consistent salary themselves. They're unable to invest in that next opportunity because revenue at one point looked strong, but in actuality, that payroll that came up drained the bank account, and they wasn't even aware of that ahead of time. You see, and so a CFO is going to watch your margins by client, by project, by service line to ensure that that does not happen to you. Make sense? Yes, yes. All right, cool. So the next strategy I like to say, so a CFO will create financial discipline for you. Like they're going to ensure that the capital is allocated intentionally. There's that word again, based on a few things, based on the strategy, the structure, based on the data, and not, hello, hear me clearly, based on urgency or emotions. Okay. Here's what I need you to understand, with a CFO, decisions become clearer, right? Trade offs become visible, and risk becomes manageable and often mitigated. You see, a CFO is going to look at every decision, every dollar, and identify the impact of that dollar today, tomorrow, next week, next month, heck, even several months and years from now, if need be, to ensure that you operate with the ultimate clarity, control, and confidence. I keep saying it because it's so true, because a lot of businesses do not operate that way. They earn a lot of revenue and they think that they're okay, and they're actually not okay. Is that you? I hope not. All right, let's continue. Okay, so here's what I need you to understand, cash flow must become predictable and it must increase. And profits must be protected in order to be retained and in order to multiply. And if you're not doing that, you're actually on this hamster wheel where you earn more money and yet it'll go out just as fast as it comes in. And if you really want to get on the right side of your cash flow, if you really want to ensure that you say yes to profits consistently, continuously, and you multiply it over and over again, then it is no question on whether you should have a CFO or not. If you are a $1 million, multi-million dollar marketing agency or service based business, and you're operating still with just a bookkeeper that just does the entry in QuickBooks or whatever accounting system you have, and you're operating with a CPA that just does your taxes, let me tell you something. You are leaving money on the table. You're hurting your long term wealth growth and profitability of your company. And even as you earn more money, you're not going to always retain it. And it is not going to always work for you because all you're doing is earning more and spending more all at the same time. And you have to stop that strategically and consistently. And that doesn't mean we're going to cut everything today, because that's not always the case. What it may mean is you need to look at timing and how the impact of decisions that you need to make will affect your business. Does that make sense? Yes, yes. Let me know in the comments. Okay. Next thing. And so let me be clear with something here, okay? A CFO does not replace your bookkeeper and they do not replace your CPA. All right. A lot of business owners think that is what should happen. A CFO is an advanced, higher level accounting or financial professional. They are the strategists, right? They're going to tell you what to do with the data and the reports from your bookkeeper, but they're not going to stay historically because that's what that is. They're going to look in the future and tell you what to do with the decisions that you need to make in the future. Does that make sense? Like they're going to strengthen your entire financial infrastructure by connecting all of the pieces together, from the reports to the tax strategy to the cash flow to the client profitability to the project profitability and the operations of your business as a whole to empower you to make executive level decisions. All right. And this, hear me clearly, is how growing businesses maintain control as they scale and as complexity increases. You see, a CFO helps you as the founder develop the financial discipline, develop the financial plan that leads to lasting clarity, control, and confidence. And that then leads to the ultimate profitability, wealth, and cash flow that is operating in overflow. Does that make sense? Yes, yes. Let me know. Now, here's the thing. If you're ready to stop guessing and start leading with that exact financial clarity, okay, then I want to invite you to the Say Yes to Profits Accelerator. At the accelerator, I will show you how CFO level decision making will turn growth into predictable cash flow, will help you protect profit, and will give you the financial confidence, clarity, and control you need to scale powerfully. All right. So I encourage you to join me at the next Say Yes to Profits Accelerator so we can implement the financial strategy, structure, and support you need to consistently have cash flow and say yes to profits. I'll see you there. Thank you for watching another episode. Toodles. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Say Yes to Profits podcast. Now it is time for you to make money moves. Take action based on what you learn. Now, I'll see you on the next episode. Say Yes to Profits. Toodles.